should be everyday knowledge that when you're looking for whimsical indie titles that aim for the feels, then PlayStation is generally the platform you should go searching on. Debuted at E3 2014, Entwined, this small, exclusive PlayStation tunnel rhythm game, seeks to follow the footsteps of popular art house entries like Flower, Journey, and even more before that. The question though, is does Entwined have the passionate package to sit with the best downloadables on PlayStation, or live in the aftermath of a brave attempt? In Entwined you actually play as two camaraderie-fueled characters, in the form of supposedly in-love souls, represented by a crystal-like paper crane, and even a fish. Now, while both of these creatures of the justified food chain should hate each other, they would rather swirl down a tunnel of love in an attempt to merge and spend every coming lifetime together. The game to its core is pretty simple: travel down a tunnel while hitting coloured plates, then finally collect energy crystals to fill your progress meter. Your treat for completing each chapter is the fusing of both Shardian characters that form an ever-real dragon. The reason for this colourful climax, in a way, is to play out a break room segment in between the 10 tunnel levels you'll be swooning through. During gameplay, both creatures are controlled very well through their hardwired analog sticks, and navigating each being feels comfortable and lacking in fiddliness. Generally when it comes to these types of games, especially on the iOS platform, you'll find yourself playing through two different phases. Phase 1 being the easy to play introductory segments, until hitting Phase 2, where the game will eventually punish you into a boiling point of frustration. Thankfully, Entwined does the correct thing, and makes the entire experience user-friendly. While there is a nice little bit of challenge when trying to hit the pads, the entire journey feels completely accessible, and never tries to bat you over the head with a frying pan through increased difficulty spikes. Developer Pixelopus obviously wanted their place to breathe in this game's relaxing gameplay, without the angry sighs of rage that generally comes with this game's genre, be it the classic Rares, Pulse, or Temple Run games that have obviously become popular over the last few years. The main game, as mentioned, takes you through a total of 10 tunnel segments, with a tweak of increased challenge, but to our benefit, it is 100% enjoyable throughout. Though for those looking for a little more teeth grinding, you'll also find a fun side distraction in a survival challenge mode, but apart from that, you'll find little else. On a side note, personally I would have liked to have seen a little co-op akin to popular indie title Octodad, but what you get isn't anything to really complain about. To its heart, it plays fluid, it doesn't treat you with torture, and it lets you go at your very own pace. In a way, these are the qualities of a rhythm game we've always been asking for, so I guess it's actually answering our prayers. Now, if you saw the trailer to Entwined, you were probably as excited as I was. The game's initial presentation sported some pretty gorgeous HD visuals, but upon playing the final product, things instantly felt a little too last generation. The simple graphic art style, while very colourful, suffers from a lot of rough edges, along with environments that sometimes feel rushed to the point where obstacles come off as blurry and stretched larger than their resolution should allow. It's a shame really, because with other games of the same visual premise as this one, you would expect something a little more on par, or at least living up to the name of a PS4 product, but I guess either way, it can't really be helped. Finally, you have the chilled beats and vibes of its ear-massaging soundtrack that complements the gameplay in making sure players aren't sat on the edge of dubstep speediness. The instrumentals may not be in the same league as that game company's own entries, or even of other games of the past, but it still feels fulfilling to listen to, and thanks to its music, I had a smile on my face throughout. Ultimately, Entwined is an easy-to-engage, affordable downloadable title that takes a much-deserved hour or two of your time. Sadly, while the simple and intriguing visuals feel lacking on a next-generation platform, its overall soundtrack is pleasant to listen to and helps push you onwards throughout its short play requirements. Proxy playthroughs gives Entwined a solidly good silver muffin, but what about you, minions? What do you think of Entwined? Proxy would love to know, but until next time, ciao.